tell me what your reactions that congestion pricing is due to start this Sunday.
Overall, I'm not for it. I never agreed with it. I was hoping that, again, New Jersey and other states would sue against the government to stop it. I think it'll have a negative reaction overall. Most of the people don't want it. I have theories that it'll affect retail, service industry, obviously commercial driving, delivery and ride sharing. With the increase in pricing, it's also going to cost a lot of money for people who can't really afford it. I mean, if you live in New Jersey and you travel into the city to work, or if you live just over the bridge in Queens to drive into the city for any sort of reason, it's going to add up. Even if you work minimum wage and you still have a car, at some point you're going to have to think to yourself, do I want to keep working in this area? I think we're going to start seeing a lot of people not be able to fill certain roles in different industries, and different jobs are going to go unfilled because no one can afford the commute.
The argument that this governor of New York and the MTA says money's needed for mass transit to improve infrastructure, and that the money being charged on the tolls is meant to help a more amount of New Yorkers who use mass transit. What is your thoughts on that argument?
We've been hearing the same argument for years. I grew up in the city my entire life. I came back for college, and I've been hearing the same argument since I was a child. I remember when it was $2.75 and it was $3, and it was lower than that, and there has not been any sort of noticeable improvement. I'm still seeing the same things going on in the city that I've had for a while. I mean, even in the last few weeks, you hear about subway attacks, people being pushed, lit on fire. If they wanted people's money, and they actually wanted it to improve, we would have seen improvements decades ago. All right, what the MTA does with their budget, no one really knows. Ask the average citizen to break it down and exactly what they spend it on, and I don't think anyone would know what they did with it. There's been no improvements. It's still the same systems that have been used for years.
How often do you go into Manhattan or lower Manhattan below 60th Street?
Every day. It's actually the place where I work the most.
And you work as a rideshare driver?
Part-time, yes.
Part-time, and how is this going to affect you as a rideshare driver? Are you going to avoid lower Manhattan now?
I might just give it up, honestly, because I can't see myself paying every time I have to go over the bridge, and some rides don't even pay enough to cover that. Or if they do, a minimal amount on top of the fuel cost. Because if you look back here, right here, $2.75, I mean, that's cheaper than riding the subway, but still, it adds up.
Right. And what about have passengers told you about this?
They haven't been happy with it. People are waiting and bracing for a price increase, and they say they might not even come into the city anymore to hang out on the weekends and do things. I mean, just now, after the holidays have just ended, there is clear emotion that there's a drop in tourists. I don't see people paying more to get here.
Right. And is this more impetus to leave the New York area, in your opinion?
I think so. I was considering it before, and it's almost certain now. And it's sad. I've lived here my entire life, but I don't see myself being able to afford to stay here longer than.
When the toll readers go online on Sunday, what's going to be the first thing you're going to be doing, and your thoughts?
Calculating what's going to cost me on average every month, how many times I'm going to cross over.
And what bridges are you often using?
Williamsburg and Triborough.
And that already has a toll.
That already has a toll, but now there's no way to avoid it.
All right, you have a name?
Yeah, hi. My name is Saul.
You have a last name?
No, Saul Fregoso.
Saul Fregoso?
Yeah.
You come from which borough?
I'm coming from Queens.
Queens.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem.
For traffic in control New York City, but it's a need to sacrifice who are Uber and yellow cab driver, because they need to lot of time come to up down city and other Brooklyn, Queens and another cities. So I think need to it's a sacrifice in Uber and another TLC driver.
Right. So, but you're a rideshare driver for Uber? Do you live in the 5 boroughs in New York?
Yes, I think they need to sacrifice that one. Yeah, so I think they need to 10 times. I think if making one time only day, in 24 hours, one time they take toll. Yeah,
so
it's good.
You as a driver, you support congestion pricing?
Yeah. It's I think it's on a private car. It's a need to city traffic is maybe a little bit controlled.
So you would say private cars should be tolled,
Right.
and you're saying that the tolls, there should be a toll, but the toll should be charged per once a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but do you think the money that they say will be used? They say it's to help public transit, the MTA.
Yeah, they can use train, public bus. It's good, no problem.
So you support congestion pricing?
Yeah. So I think it's a heavy traffic in city. It's
Right.
need to control.
You have a name, sir?
My name is Tanjib Sohel.
And where are you coming from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay. Thank you, sir.